today? Yes? No, make it. How are y'all today? Okay, that'll do. Okay, so good morning, everybody. I'm going to ask you all to stand up. Wait, no, before you do that, is anybody here for the first time today? Everybody stand up. Here we go. Almost late, Gabriella. Almost, but not quite. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Get up now, Jeannie. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody, everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Get up now. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Get up now. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Say good morning to one another. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, what was going on over here? This was a little too friendly. Well, I don't know if you know this, but many of us, a lot of us in the room, spent our week in Missouri. We went to Missouri to ordain a number of our ministers from this center. If you are one of the ordained ministers, please stand. And the other ordained minister is in downstairs with the children, Reverend Connie Milner. So yes. So I say that because, first of all, it was a beautiful week of fellowship and honestly having so many of us in one place at the same time, away and just with nothing to do but spiritually nurture ourselves and remind ourselves how much we love one another was just spectacular, really, really, really spectacular. And we will have an ordination ceremony here at the center, a very sacred ceremony at a future date. We haven't picked the date yet, but I invite all of you to come to that when we have it. There's nothing like watching people achieve a certain level of spiritual understanding. And the ordination is about a minister saying, I'm ready to commit to being a minister for life. You probably don't know this, but when you become a minister, you're kind of on trial for the first so many years. And you can decide, oh, this doesn't work for me. And there are many that do that. They're a minister for a few years and are like, yeah, this doesn't work for me. And they step away, which is fine. But an ordination is when a minister says, you know what? This is who I am. It is my calling. I am here for the duration. And so we will be having that ceremony soon. And it will be a big party, too. There will be alcohol. Yeah, following the ordination. Yeah. Well, no, you can drink. They can't until they're done. So anyway, so it was a beautiful week in Missouri, and we're really grateful and happy to be back here at our spiritual home with all of you. So ladies, come on up. I invite you all to take a deep breath. So at this center, we honor our vision statement, which is love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. And our mission statement, which is do it now, which means do these things. Don't just speak them or understand them, but live them, embody them. We took a beautiful hike, Tiffany and myself, Dr. Lori, and Dr. Jonathan Zenz. We took a hike in Missouri along a trail, and we came to the top of a hill, and there was this beautiful lake. Was it lake? Is it Lake Unity? Do they call it Lake Unity? I don't know what it is. But it was beautiful, and standing there, and I couldn't help but notice, I was waiting for Tiffany to make it up the hill. I couldn't wait to notice, I couldn't help but notice that some bird sitting on the side of the lake way over there was like drinking. And when the bird took, I'm getting a little emotional. When the bird took the water into its mouth, the ripples, as it fed itself, it fed the lake in terms of the ripples that kept coming out and landed right basically at our feet too. That's the whole concept for me of this philosophy. That in the quantum world it would be called entanglement, that everything is touched by everything else, that we are all in this beautiful world of oneness and interconnectivity. You are not alone. You are not just you. You are all of it. So take a deep breath. You can close your eyes if you like, and just allow yourself to be right there. Rolling river God, little stones so smooth, but only once the water rushes through. And so I am a stone, rough and grainy still, trying to reconcile this water's chill. But when I close my eyes and feel you rushing by, I know that time brings change, and change takes time. And when the sunset comes, my prayer will be just one, that you might pick me up and notice that I am just a little smoother in your hand. Sometimes raging wild, and sometimes holding still, but never have I known these rivers dry. The deepest part of you is where I long to stay and feel those roughest edges wash away. But when I close my eyes and feel you rushing by, I know that time brings change, and change takes time. And when the sunset comes, my prayer will be just one, that you might pick me up and notice that I am just a little smoother in your hand. Rolling river god, little stones so smooth, but only once the water rushes through. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a second. And let it out. How do you feel? Good? Ladies, thank you. Just give you a moment to sit in that. I was thinking during the song, we had a passing this week of one of our members, David Wright, Amy's very dear friend that she has lived with for a very long time. And that ripple is life itself. It just keeps going. When we get rid of that last breath, that breath ripples and goes and continues and continues. So Amy, our hearts are with you. We love you. And David, wherever you are now. Yes. Surfing, exactly. Surfing the waves. Yes. Okay, so let's bring up Julio. Come on up, Doc. I'm sorry, I never say this right. Dr. Julio Hernandez, thank you. Once again. I always forget because I didn't give you your doctor. So how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I asked him beforehand, he has a family counseling career now, besides working in schools, and that you're just thriving in all of it.
Yes. Yeah, so it's going really well. Yeah.
What's our theme this month?
Spontaneity. Yes.
There it is, as a matter of fact.
Spontaneity.
You didn't even need the sign.
Yes, spontaneity and being spontaneous. Happy birthday again. Happy birthday.
Oh, right. Thank you. That's so last week.
Yes.
And you know what's funny? I'm actually okay. I've actually started saying I'm 70 as opposed to how old do I look? Yeah. Like people, if they say, how old are you? I usually say, how old do I look? Then they say, 40. And I say, wow, really? Nice. Tough room. They turn on you so quickly. Now I say 70.
70.
And if they don't gasp, I'm a little insulted.
Just a little. So one thing I did recognize that, like, you and I were on, like, even number apart. Like, so you're 7. You're on the 4, right? So like 24. 24. Yeah. So yeah. So
And you are?
2004. No, just kidding.
You were born in 2004?
No, I'm just kidding.
You're 20? Wow, you've had a rough life.
Exactly.
Just kidding.
I'm 74. I'm 74. So we're 20 years apart. So.
Oh, you're not 74.
Yeah,
He's not 74. He was born in 74.
Born in 74. So I'm 50.
I was born in 54.
And like my dad was actually
so
40.
you're
My dad's
you're
44. Yeah. So yeah, I turned 50 this year.
What's your birthday?
July 5th.
Oh, on July 5th you turned 50.
Yeah.
Oh, well, happy
so, yeah.
birthday.
Yeah,
I
thank
wasn't
you.
here for the July month.
No, I know you weren't.
Yeah.
On purpose.
50. Did you do something big?
I did.
What did you do?
I did. We went on like a little yacht cruise and stuff like that. So did some fun stuff
that's
like
nice.
that. Yeah, those are really
That's
fun.
great.
Really fun with some friends, but yeah, to celebrate that, I thought we should do a shot.
A shot?
Yeah. So being spontaneous, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but because we're healthy, we're gonna do like
Do a shot of like
a little like. So
Wow.
I figured.
He always does something fun.
I figured I have her gift, and then I have.
Eric, you never do anything like this for me.
So I have a choice of you. So we got these little healthy Erewhon,
cool.
these little Erewhon shots, or so either you could do a glow potion, which is like which probably yeah.
For your skin?
Yeah, then we'll do that. So.
I love this.
Yeah,
This
so
is
we
great.
could do these.
So we're going to do shots.
A little shot. for our
Celebrate
birthday.
50 and 70.
Yes.
You could be my son
Yeah.
if I started early.
Yeah.
Very early.
Exactly. So.
Okay, shall we?
Cheers.
To the 4s.
Yes. Exactly.
54 and 74.
Yeah. Oh, we have to take those off.
Take the thing off.
Yeah.
Try it again. And
Cheers.
That's really good.
Yeah, it has collagen and it looks like a lemon.
It has collagen in it?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow, I'm allergic to collagen. Okay. Could you imagine if I was?
I know.
All of a sudden, I'm
That's what I was
like,
like,
oh my God, but it was in that.
And also with that, I brought you a present as well for your birthday because
Oh, I meant to bring you a present today. I really did.
so just to celebrate too.
Oh, wow.
So just a little champagne so you can celebrate yourself.
Okay, but not just champagne.
Yeah.
Also,
some healthy little snacks, a little.
Erewhon, so these were $1,000.
Yeah.
What's it
Some
say?
little keto almond caramel.
Keto almond
chocolate.
caramel chocolate.
So
You're
then
the
you.
best.
So happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe we'll have the champagne at the board meeting.
Yes.
We might want to.
Since we were talking about alcohol for the hoedown or the.
The hoedown, yes, the hoedown, and the telethon.
The telethon, yes.
I can't wait to tell them
Yeah.
there's going to be a surprise performance at the telethon. Yes, I'll tell you now because it'll help get this going. There's going to be a surprise performance from the men of GTC at the telethon that I will choreograph. Brad's over there. He has a crick in his neck ever since it was brought up in Missouri. Yes, it's Reverend Dr. Tiffany that challenged the men of GTC to a telethon and offered a very large sum of money if we did it. And so, of course, we're going to do it. So, but we're not telling you what it is. It could be bowling. It could be badminton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell them later. Yeah.
Yeah. it'll be
Okay.
fun.
So that was spontaneous.
Yeah, that was spontaneous.
What do you think about spontaneity? How spontaneous are you?
Well, not as spontaneous as I was when I was younger, but I've kind of slowed down.
So do you think spontaneity changes as you get older?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, how many of you feel like your spontaneity went dimmed a bit once you got older? No. Yeah, you're not admitting to it, but I can point to you and tell you which one of yous, which one of yous. I teach English. Yeah, I think that's true. I think as we get older, we tend to question things quicker. We tend to. Yeah, I asked Doug a question right before service, and his answer to me was so spontaneous, and I can't say what he said because I would never say that on stage. But I'll tell you later. Just ask me. I'll tell you exactly what he said. It said "no way," and there was an expletive in between it. Now you all get it.
Well, I mean, part of it is also our frontal lobe develops, right? Like when you're younger, your frontal lobe develops, and so then at like 25, 27. So,
Really?
Yeah. So
so at
so
27
you
you
have
start-
you have less. Your ability to make rational decisions is more. You start to make more rational decisions once
Wow.
you're older.
So my son, who just turned 25, I can assume and I can expect more rational decisions.
Yeah, you can expect a little bit more rational.
Will, I know you
before
watch
that.
every week. Did you hear that? Actually, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. He's right on track.
Yeah. So then you start to like slow down. You don't do all the crazy bungee jumping. Or anything
I
like that.
did. I've been doing it my whole life. I'm a daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Although I know I haven't done that. I've jumped out of a plane yet. But now I have an excuse. Kevin has forbidden me to jump out of a plane.
Scuba diving.
I'm not going to scuba dive. Although I could spontaneously scuba dive if I'm where there's scuba diving happening and I'm in a mood of challenging myself.
Yeah.
Then I might, but no. I just don't think people were meant to breathe underwater.
I think Tiffany
If
should
we
do the
were-
$5,000 for scuba diving.
How much did you say?
5,000 for scuba diving? No, just-
20,000 for scuba diving. Yeah. But do you want to be more spontaneous in your life?
I think there's a certain amount of a spontaneity, right? Like I think for me, like spontaneity is like in the now, right? Being in the now, and but also novel, right? There's a certain thing of being new, something being different than always the same, right? Because you can be spontaneous and have be doing the same thing, but
Yeah.
then it gets old, right?
I like
So-
that idea. Spontaneous and new.
Yeah.
Does spontaneity have to be new? Or can you spontaneously do something that you've always done?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on who said yes like that. Good for you, Kirby.
Yeah. But I think as we can always do the same if we're doing it all at the same time, sometimes then it loses spontaneity.
Feels like rote.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. We were so looking forward to our honey badger being at our house, because last year when we were at Unity Village, there was a honey badger who would always show up as we were leaving the house and then run back to its tree and just wait for us to pass it. So I got the idea that it was probably hungry. So coming home from breakfast that morning, I brought an apple and I put it into the where the house was. Next time we walked by, the apple was thrown out of the house. And Tiffany went, now you've insulted it. But honey badger had no interest in eating apples.
Yeah.
But this year it wasn't there.
We saw skunks this time.
We did. We saw skunks, but what did we also see at night? Thanks to Jonathan having a car, we would drive, and there were lots of deer. But we saw a buck, with big antlers, Jonathan and I, and it was like, oh my God, so exciting.
Yeah.
Very spontaneous of us.
Very spontaneous. Yeah.
See the deers. So good. Do you want to do our affirmation for us?
Of course. Yeah.
Spontaneously? Just make it up.
Spontaneously. Oh yeah. All right. So I'm going to say it once, and then we'll say it together twice. So I live, laugh, and love with effervescent spontaneity.
And here's what we're going to do spontaneously. Robbie, play some spontaneous music for us to do this too. Yeah, energetic, yeah. Ready, everybody? I live, laugh, and love with effervescent spontaneity. Okay, everybody up? Now I want to see you physically speak this, like think interpretive dance, Doug. Okay, interpretive dance. Are we ready? Diana, Michael, really? You're just going to, make it big. Here we go. And I live, love, and love with effervescent spontaneity. That was good.
Thank you.
Let's give it up for Dr. Julio. Okay. Oh, that was so great. That was so fun. I still have an aftertaste. It's good. It's kind of lemony. Yeah. You all needed to know that. Okay. So here is, so I have a new thing that I do now to the singers. I do to the singers. I send out an email before the month, and I said, a couple days before the month. No, it was about a week this time. Yeah, it was about a week before the month started, because I gave you a week to come up with that first song from last week, right? What was that song? What did we sing last week? Wow, it must have been impressive. No one can Oh, Delaney sang it. Yeah, Delaney sang it. So I sent out this email to all the singers, to Delaney, Kevin. Did I send it to you, Sonny? Did you get it? I sent it to Carol and Mindy. I said, here's the theme for the month. Get me a song, and I'll book you in for whatever week. Like Stan already knows he's one of the singers for next month because he's writing a song on our theme for next month, which I'm not telling you yet. Although he did come in today and ask me if I could change the theme. He had a different idea for a song. Yeah. So they all pick songs, and then so this one, and they both came to me today, Carol and Mindy, and said, you know, this theme, really spontaneity, not a lot of songs. But Carol came up with this one. So please welcome Carol, and Sonny is joining them as well.
Okay, the one thing that will make you spontaneous is music, right? New or old, it doesn't matter. It'll make you spontaneously clap or dance or sing. So pick one or all three. Join in with me. I like the clapping. And when you're feeling it, you can move on to standing and dancing and being spontaneous. Y'all ready? Here we go. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Yeah, I see you standing back there. Ain't no stopping us now. We've got the groove. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Yeah, that feels good, right? It's getting in there. Ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove. There you go. That's the spirit. Here we go. There's been so many things that held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go, and where we end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're pulling ourselves together. We're polishing up our act, yes. And if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore, yeah. Don't you let nothing stand in your way. I want y'all to listen to every word I say, every word I say. Ain't no stopping us now. You know this song, we're on the move. That's right, it's an old song, but it feels new. Ain't no stopping us now. We've got the groove, a little dance. Hey, come on. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move, I see you. I know. Ain't no stopping us now. That's right, we got the groove. All right. I know you know someone that has a negative vibe, and if you're trying to make it, they're only push you aside. They really don't have nowhere to go. Ask them where they're going, they don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're gonna put ourselves together, polish up our act, yeah. And if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore, yeah. Don't you let nothing stand in your way, yeah. I want y'all to listen, yeah, to every word I say, every word I say. Hey, we're on the move. Oh yeah, we're moving, 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 moving. stopping us now. All right. That's spontaneous. All right.
Thank you for that song, Carol. Anybody else having like a feeling of like the past? Anybody else but me feeling like days at Studio 54? How many of you have ever been to Word Studio 54 during the 70s, 80s? Okay, just me and Gabrielle and, okay. You were never there at Studio 54? Too young. Oh, you're funny. Yeah. Well, those were the days, my friends. So, today, because it's Spontaneity Month, I did not write a talk. This could be good for you or not so good. We'll see what happens. I'm going to do something different today. Something I've done before, but I haven't done it since I left NoHo, to tell you the truth. But I do want to talk about something that happened in Missouri. So we were in Missouri, and Dr. Lori is always, stalking me throughout the week for a talk title. And so when she was sitting there, she said, I need your talk title. We can't just go home and give it to me on Saturday because I have to do something. Anyway. And I said, you know what my talk title is? Here's my talk title. Hit it, Thor. So my talk title is Why the Face? And here's a funny story about that. When I first heard WTF, first of all, I didn't know what all these initials were about. I had a friend at the time, she has since passed, who would constantly write me emails that said, blah, 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 lol. I was like, what the hell is lol? She keeps writing lol. And it wasn't until I went to Atlantic City and met with her, we went out and played the slots. I was like, Joanne, why do you keep writing lol? And she goes, are you serious? I was like, yeah, you write me things and then write lol. She goes, it means laugh out loud, right? So I heard this story when I was in Kansas about this woman. She was probably in her 80s, and her sister died, and her sister passed away. And so she wrote to her sister's children, and she wrote to them and said, I'm really sorry that your mother has passed away, LOL. Right? Lots of love is what she thought. And so her niece called her back and said, you can't write that someone has died, LOL. And she goes, well, it's lots of love. She goes, no, it's laugh out loud. And she went, oh. I was watching A Modern Family when I saw this, and Cam said, WTF. And who's the other guy? Cam and Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Mitchell. And he went, you can't say that. Do you know what that means? He goes, yeah, why the face? He said, that's what all my students tell me it means. Because yeah. So, but the funny part was, I only remembered why the face, so I started using it. Until Will said to me, Dad, you really are not using that correctly. It's not why the face, it's what the face. Yeah. So that's how I wanted to start today's talk, with the idea that we live in a world of these little, what are they called? Acronyms. See, I told you this is going to be a really interesting talk. In this world of acronyms where it could mean one thing, but it might mean something else. We are in a communicative world where we're not always saying what we mean, and we're allowing our texts to speak for us. A text can never tell you what someone's feeling. It's just words, and they may not be written the same way they mean it. Email's the same thing. So for those of you that don't seem to know how to pick up a phone and call the other person, maybe we want to do that in a world where we're trying to communicate more, to connect more to one another. Right, Tiffany? Yeah. Like, for instance, Tiffany has a signature at the end of her emails that when she sent me the first email I ever got from her, I was insulted. Because it was this really sweet email, and then she went, best, Tiffany. I was like, best? Who writes best? I do. But when you send me an email, it says best, Tiffany, and then at the bottom it says, I love you very much, or something. Yeah. But we really have to look at that about words, because they mean different things to different people. This philosophy means different things to different people. So, here's what we're doing today. I have 3 books up here. I have The Science of Mind, 1,050 pages of this, and I can bend over. And I have the Everything Answer book by Amit Goswami. This is quantum metaphysics. And I have Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. So really, I have like 3 of my teachers up here. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to decide what we're talking about today, because you're going to pick a book, then you're going to pick a chapter, and then you're going to pick a page number. I don't know what's in there. Nothing up my sleeves. I don't know what you're going to pick. So who would like to pick the first book? Dave. Okay, Dave, I saw your hand first. Which book? Spiritual Economics. Okay. Chapter. Oh. Could you? I'll do it. Hold 1 second. Of course, my glasses. You'd like me to actually read these things. Otherwise, I could just make it up. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Chapter, pick a number. Chapter 3, the law of visualization. Okay, Dave, pick a page. Oh, wait, no, you can't pick a chapter and a page. So you have to pick a number between 13 and 33. 33. Okay. 30 and 30, it's up to 32. Do you want 32? Okay. There's only 1 paragraph on this page, so I'm going to read it. You all ready? Yeah. Take a deep breath. Make a deeply rooted commitment that you will practice the presence of God's substance, ever reminding yourself that you are in the presence of an infinite, eternal substance from which all things proceed. Let me just read that last sentence. You are in the presence, we of course would say you are of the presence now, of an infinite, eternal substance from which all things proceed. Resolve that you will live and think and work as if you really believed that the whole universe of creativity and substance were present in every project of your work and every transaction of your investments. How's that sound? And your never failing resource. Practice the presence of God's substance with diligence and persistence, and you will begin to realize prosperity. You all know who Eric Butterworth is, yes? One of the greatest teachers of the Fillmores, the Unity philosophy, which is interesting that you picked that since we just came back from Unity Village. This quote, it's funny because Eric Butterworth, I was his student back in the 1980s. Really? Was that you, Judd? Did you go, wow? Yeah. Back in the 1980s, I was a student of Eric Butterworth's. And we went away on a retreat in Pennsylvania. And I didn't know him before the retreat because I was just in his classes. But his classes were like 100 and some odd people at Avery Fisher Hall every week. And I didn't really get to know him. But when we went on the retreat, somehow I got, they doubled people up. And somehow I got doubled up with Eric for this one workshop. And the workshop was, you're going to love this, the workshop was a silent workshop. Yeah, they gave you the theme and what was to be discussed mentally, but no words. So I actually sat with Dr. Eric Butterworth on the grounds. We all left the room in Pennsylvania and sat on the grounds. And I sat with him, and all he did was stare at me. Now, there's nothing like staring at someone that you consider a mentor. He was on a huge podium for me at that time. Major. And he just sat there staring at me and smiling. And honestly, I was so uncomfortable. I don't know that I thought of anything other than the fact that I was very uncomfortable. But I just sat there, and he's looking, he's smiling. And then every now and then he would just go. And I probably went. And that's all we did. But can I tell you what happened after that? So after that, we all got back in the room, and everybody was supposed to explain, just talk about what they got. And Eric, I'll never forget this. Eric said, well, I was with Jim Mellon, because that was my name at the time. I used Jim as my actor name. I was with Jim Mellon. He said, and the thing was about prosperity, by the way. He said, and all I kept thinking was, this young man has everything. That's all he said. I was like, wow, okay, this young man has everything. I didn't feel as though I had everything at all. In fact, I felt, I was an actor in New York City, and I was in between shows, and actors, as soon as they close one show, they're never going to work again. So I was like, I hadn't met Kevin yet, so my life was a bit of a shambles. And when he said, this man, Jim Mellon, all I could see was he has everything. I think that was the beginning of this, to really start to understand that I was God. I never even thought about that till just now, so thank you, Dave, that I could trace I am God back to that moment. I didn't know it. I didn't have the right words for it. But in this paragraph, he's talking about make a deeply rooted commitment that you will practice the presence of God's substance, reminding yourself that you are the presence of the infinite. That's what we do here. That's what we teach in religious science. That's what we teach in religious science. I also had quite an awakening at Unity Village this week because there were many, many speakers that got up and spoke. I think one spoke from the I am. Every other speaker had a dualistic version of what the metaphysical New Thought teachings are, which was difficult for my class, for my group of people, because we're all I am God, and so are you. And people are like, what? And it was interesting to be in that moment. But there it is right there. I think Eric got it. The great teachers got it. Jesus got it. Jesus understood it. I and the Father are one. The greater things will you do as soon as you remember who you are. He didn't say it that way, but that's how I take it. So really, for me, if this is going to be about prosperity, and he's right, the only way prosperity manifests in your life is when you remember who you are and get it. You already are prosperity. You are just allowing out only the degree to which you're accepting it. So your prosperity is linked completely to who you are. And the more you get that you are the allness of life, you are the infinite prosperity of life, the more you get that, the more it funnels through you, the more you open the floodgates of being prosperous. Make sense? Yes. Thank you for that, Dave. I'm so glad that you went right to there, because I had totally forgotten about that. Another story, funny story too. A few years later, I went to Los Angeles to do a show that I'd written, and I found David Walker. And one day, I was about to go on stage to sing for him, and he came up to me and he went, you have it all. Looks, talent, you have everything. I was like, oh, I felt so great about that till I went into practitioner class and realized he said it to everybody because he really believed it. That was his thing. You have everything. You are just like Eric Butterworth. And at the time, in Los Angeles, at the Los Angeles Church of Religious Science, I took it as a compliment, not as a truth. There's a big difference between taking a compliment and a truth. The compliment can wear thin and go away when I do something else. Like when I showed up in a t-shirt and jeans one Sunday, and Dr. Walker came running up to me saying, I need a singer. My singer's sick. Can you sing today? And then he stepped back and he went, unless I find another singer who's dressed better. Literally, that's Dr. Walker. Okay, who else wants to ask a question? Okay, Scott. Of course. Okay, the Everything Answer book. Hold on. Give me a chapter. Chapter 6. Does he even have this in chapters? I don't think he has this in chapter. Oh, he does. Okay, and give me a page between 79 and 95. 85. Ooh. There's only one paragraph on this page, too. Well, what this page is about, because it's a huge symbol on it, it's about the quantum collapse, collapsing energy into manifestation. So I'll read you what it says. Part of this idea is often left covert, but it still may be the beginning of an exploration of love, because the intuition generates an additional gut feeling that there is something here on which you should follow through. So, what Amit Goswami is talking about is consciousness, the collapse of consciousness. You can blame Scott Gibb for this section of today's service. But it's actually very simple. So, in the quantum physics world, in the quantum metaphysics world, we are all consciousness. Everybody good with that? That's all we are. We are all consciousness. Yeah, everybody? Anybody have a problem understanding that? There's energy. There's this energetic field that we are, and it's called consciousness. It's who we are. It's what we are. It's how we operate. In science of mind, there's that big, how many of you, raise your hand if you've ever had to be in class and deal with the big circle? Okay. So the circle that I don't really get involved in anymore, but Tiffany's teaching next week, apparently, this week. No, there's no chocolate chip cookie. There's just a circle. And it means there's three quadrants. Conscious mind, subjective mind, and what's left? Form. And so we teach the way the mind works, that you get an idea in conscious mind. That idea, backed by your beliefs, drops into that law, you know, the law of cause and effect, right? Just drops into the energetic field of the law, and the law says what? Yes. That's all it says. Good answer. That's all it says. It says yes. It's an impersonal law. So whatever you're thinking comes from conscious mind. Well, no. Whatever you allow through you to think comes from conscious mind, drops into the law, and the universe says yes. So every time you think to yourself, I'm really not a good person, the universe says, yes. I am so poor, I have no money. Yes. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. Yes. Conversely, I am the prosperity of the universe. Yes. It's louder when you say the right things. No, because it's not, because it's impersonal. So that law is always saying yes, to matter what's going through you. In quantum physics, that's called quantum collapse, meaning energy collapses when it goes through the law into form. It's as simple as that. Did I make it simple? It's pretty easy, right? So it's collapse. So you are collapsing ideas every single moment. As you are thinking, you're collapsing ideas. And the universe says yes, and there they show up. So you want to know how to be happier? Collapse happier ideas. You want to know how to be wealthier? Collapse more prosperity concepts and truths. Right? You want love in your life? How many people here are still looking for a soulmate right now? Well, okay, the rest of you are all coupled up or have decided I'm done. Either way. But you want more love in your life? You want to find that relationship? I'll tell you. So after that retreat, I decided to spend a year not dating, which for me was ridiculous because I always had options constantly. I mean, I had 2 or 3 at a time because I wasn't sure on both sides of the aisle. I decided not to date for a year after that retreat, because I didn't have it all. And I spent a year cleaning up my act. And at the end of that year, that was in July, at the end of that year, a year later, as the summer came, I got 4 jobs back to back. They were going to be back to back. Amazing jobs, like starring in a new musical written by the woman that wrote Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, playing Candide in Candide, starring in Carnival, a role I always wanted to do. What was the 4th one? Oh, and then playing Jesus again in Jesus Christ Superstar. So I had all these jobs lined up. I went to my first one. Was that the first one? No, the first one was Are We There Yet in Williamstown. The second one was Candide, and I met Kevin. I stopped dating for a year, and at the end of that year, I met Kevin, who was married at the moment and to a woman, and I thought to myself, this doesn't work. I spend a whole year clearing out the passages, getting clean, and I fall in love with a married man. How awful is that? But obviously he felt that he needed to make a change in his life. That's a whole different show. I'll write it for you later. So this idea of quantum collapse, if I put it back to what Eric Butterworth was saying, is literally you are this infinite field of quantum energy and love. So start collapsing it the way you want to live it. It's that simple. It really is that simple. Okay, who else would like to ask a question? I'm watching my time. Jim. A book? Which book? Science of Mind? Okay. 777? Oh, there are. You know the paragraph. Are you setting me up? Wait, no, that you can't use that one because that's just the concordance. So you have to go before. You have to go. You can go up to like 600 and something. You can go up to 635. 635. Yeah. No, you can go up to 600. 523? One, two, three, or four? Two. Well, okay. No, it's good. These are meditations for self-help. And this one is on your business. So we're getting a lot about finances here today. My business. My business is directed by divine intelligence. There's something for all of you. The all-knowing mind that knows what to do and how to do it. I do not hinder, but let it operate in my affairs. It prospers and directs me and controls my life. My affairs are managed by love and directed by wisdom, and they cannot fail to prosper and expand my life. Dr. Ernest Holmes. So it's almost like every single one of these just did the same thing in terms of my business is directed by divine intelligence. I think one of the problems we have in religious science, really in New Thought in totality, is that we actually think we need to take this information and then make it work, right? We think we have to learn things. We have to go to this workshop, that workshop. We have to spend this time reading this 10 ways to do this, 5 ways to do that. The 5 questions, that one works. But we think we have to do all this stuff, go on retreats, join groups. And they're all good. A lot of those things are great, but they're not the answer. What they are is stimulation to bring forth where the answers are coming from, right? That's what it's all about. And the idea that business and that meditation is all about my business, my life, what I'm doing. If there's anybody sitting here today not sure what their life is going to be, or not sure where they want to go, or not sure what that famous word these days, purpose, is in life, purpose is not something we have to figure out. Purpose is something we have to be willing to hear, to listen to be a part of the flow that's coming through us. There was one speaker this week that really blew my mind. 2 speakers, really. It was Jamaican ministers, the spiritual director and her staff minister, brand new minister. He was like 28 years old, beautiful young man. And they got up and did a presentation about the world. And this 28-year-old Jamaican man has a job at the United Nations. And it was all about the world we live in and the things that we need to do for our world. But how they posed it, did not feel political in any way. And there was another person that says, I am political, but not partisan. And this was a spiritual leader from CSL who said, of course we're political. Do you drive to a stop sign and stop? You've just dealt with politics. The red light is politics. The green light is politics. The way our world is crafted is politics. So of course I am political, but I don't need to be partisan. And so these two got up and talked about all the things that their church, that their organization is doing in the world. And I got to tell you, I don't think there was a person in that room that didn't want to jump up and join their cause. Right, Tiff? It was right, Kirby? We just all wanted, Karen, we just wanted, Brad? Wasn't that like amazing? We just wanted to be a part of what they were doing. And I have come back from Missouri with a real sense of it is time for me to make sure that what we do here, everybody wants to be a part of. And it's not just about us. I remember when I first came to this community and the first business meeting we had where we were thinking of putting NoHo and Westlake together, and I was put on stage to be grilled by everybody. It was a tough night. How many of you were there for that night? Yeah. So, and somebody came up to the microphone and said, this thing of yours about, global and out in the world, I'm only interested and I only care about what happens in this room with these people. Do you remember what my answer was? My answer was, then this might not be the church for you. Because I'm not just interested in us, because I get it. I get the concept of entanglement. I get the concept of prosperity. I get the concept of my life, my business, my church, my world, my theater career. All of it is all one thing, and it's all God expressing. And if I let God express through my business, if I let God express through my career, if I let God express through my prosperity, and I'm saying God because I know God is the quantum field of creativity. If I let God express through all of those things, they're all going to be awesome. And if I get in the way and start saying, yeah, but you got to do it this way, I need to do this, this is what I need, now I'm kind of putting the variables in, and I am collapsing not the pure perfection that God is, I am collapsing the pure perfection that God is, and all of the thoughts and ideas, all of the reflective and relative world of thoughts and ideas into it. And it becomes muddy. So, all three books asked us today to get in touch with that pure thing. And what is spontaneity but that? Spontaneity is an idea, an intuitive idea, something that's coming through you that's ready, saying, try this, go there, do that. You don't know what's going to happen. But we're so quick to say, that's not me. I don't do that. No, this doesn't work for me. I think we need to all start really saying yes more. Really being yes people, saying, yes, I'll try that. I'll do this. All of it. I'll do this. I'll do Doug's like still not doing it. I do. So I want to say thank you to all of you for asking, for participating. Was it 3 men that asked? Okay, I'll do one more really quick. Some woman. Some woman. Raise your hand. Really, Steve? Okay, Glenda. Which book? Got it? Page? Just give me a page. 98. Risk-taking is liberating because, in a sense, it is the quantum self operating through you. So, thank you, Glenda. So, let's all, in this month of spontaneity, take freaking risks and go out there and live your life to the fullest. Namaste. That was fun. Thank you, thank you. I should do that more often. Did you like that? I think that was fun. Did you like that? Yeah. Okay. Everybody take a deep breath. Did you like that, Dr. Eric? Good. What? Did you do it in Kauai? Wow. Was it as good as that? No, just kidding. Okay, let's all take a deep breath. Take out your contribution here this morning. We are about to have a board meeting today. We are going into our 4th quarter. This is our 4th quarter, October, November, December. So, it's up to all of us to make sure that when we hit December 31st, we are in the black. Right now, we are in the red. Just letting you know. So, If you are a tithing consciousness and you give where you're spiritually fed, to the degree that you're spiritually fed, today should be a big contribution because today you all brought it forward. So let's know that right where I am, the prosperity of the universe is God's source moving itself through each of us and through this center as it constantly expands and moves and grows and steps out into a world that it is. And I just say thank you in advance for all that you give, all that you do, all that you are. Knowing this is so, I let it be so. As we say together, and so it is. And now to bless us, the beautiful voice of Mindy Schinnerer.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so
because this woman blesses all of us. Mindy Schinnerer.
Good morning. It's Sunday, October 13th, and here are your GTC announcements. Coming up on the calendar, join us for a Divine Dining and Doing event. It's a line dance party and hoedown right here in Westlake Village. There will be food, drinks, and lots of country line dancing right here in the sanctuary. This event takes place on Saturday, October 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. You can reserve your tickets now. You'll find the link on our calendar page. Or stop by the table in the foyer today and buy your tickets. Next month, save the date of Saturday, November 9 for the GTC Telethon from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Join us here in the sanctuary and support all of our amazing performers. Or if you can't make it in person, you can watch and pledge on our website. That's Saturday, November 9 for the GTC Telethon. You can always find out what's going on and make a donation using the QR code you'll find on the back of our monthly theme cards. Use the camera on your smartphone and you'll go right to the calendar and donation pages on our website. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Thank you, Thor. Yes, the telethon will be live to the world so that everybody can contribute. So, but you can also come into the room and be here live when this is going on. Okay. Thank you for the telethon. What else? The line dance party. Ladies, are you coming up here to talk to them about this? Oh, I guess you're coming up to, okay. I've got Anne. Here we go.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Who's speaking?
All of us.
Oh, make it fast.
Okay, really fast. When's the last time you had 3 hours of uninterrupted, pure, terrific, outrageous fun? That's what the line dance party will be. Great food, wonderful company, and absolute fun, fun, fun. You gotta be there.
I was there last year, and we were at Anne's house up in the hills. It was amazing. Talk about fun, talk about community. It has all of it, and lots of music, and lots of dancing, and you don't have to have a partner.
And not only is it fun, but it's good for you. It elevates your heart rate because you're moving and dancing, and it stimulates your brain because you have to follow directions that Dr. James will give us. To this way, this.
Well, keep going. And then you got to move your booty,
this.
right?
Yeah. So it is fun. Please come.
All I could say is you're going to miss a lot of fun if you don't come, but you don't need a partner. All you need is just yourself. So come and have fun with us.
Do you own that shirt? Is this
Yes.
like part of your normal day wear? Studded pants and boots?
I got to dance.
Okay, this is good. Sherry?
So yes, it's a blast. We look forward to seeing so many of you there and participating. And this year, it's here at the center. So we're going to have this whole area opened up, and we'll be dancing like crazy fools. But downstairs, before it's 2 to 5, Saturday, October 26th, we're going to have plenty of food and wine and beer and non-alcoholic beverages. And then once we've completed that, we'll come up here and Dr. James and
Scott Anderson.
Scott Anderson will be leading us in some of the dances. And truthfully, if you can walk, you can do line dancing. And so what I have in my hand are tickets to our event. So who's going to be spontaneous and take one and go out there and pay for it? Any takers? Okay.
Okay, you're going.
Anybody else?
Some of them have already bought.
Over there?
Excellent.
Come
Oh,
on.
good.
Who else is
Yeah,
going to
Diane,
get one?
Michael, you obviously have to
Oh,
be
back
at the
there,
dance-a-thon.
Diane, can you come up?
Good, good. Yes, you did. I bought mine.
Okay. All right. Great. Look forward to having you all there, and you can stop at the table and sign up. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, ladies. And okay, just reminding everyone, Quantum Living. We were off 1 week. I don't want you all to go, oh, were you off this week? Nope. Now we're steady home. So I will see the 82 of you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, right? 6 o'clock for Quantum Living. This week is all about kind of what we talked about, quantum entanglement. So it's going to be, and I make it really simple, I think. Yes? Lisa's like, yeah. But we have a whole 2.5 hours to figure it out, so it's good. So, yes. And you can drop in for a one-time thing, too. You just have to go online and pay for one class and come see what we're doing. It's really a lot of fun. It's amazing. It's really a lot of fun. Yeah. Did I have anything else I had to talk about, Thor? Great. Kids. Wow, that's cool, Lexi. What are you going to tell us? I'm going to just hold this to you. Tell us what this is. Turn around. Tell us what it is.
It's a straw maze.
It's a straw.
Maze.
And what do you do in a maze?
Walk in it.
So it's kind of like a labyrinth then? No.
No.
So what's the difference? Do you know? What do you do in this maze? Do you get in it and walk it?
No.
No? What do you do? Oh, a ball. Okay. Okay, you take that. I'll hold this for you.
So good morning, and I just want to tell you
Go
who
ahead.
runs our program. It's Lexi. She saw Genevieve downstairs and went, "Are you going to join us today?" The answer is yes. So that's why Genevieve's up here with us.
Back to the beginning.
We made an
No, you're good.
energy maze. The ball is our energy. The maze is our treatment. The ball has to go through the maze that we've decided. These are our choices. These are the decisions we've made, the path that we've chosen. And we're moving the ball. We're moving the energy through this maze. If it gets caught up in something or it falls off, it's up to us to move that maze around and get that ball back on track
And am
so
I
that
right
it
in
follows.
saying that when it hits here, it's demonstrated?
Yes.
Awesome. This is treatment.
This is treatment.
Good. Cool. Wow. You may want to stop into my quantum class and teach that. So let's give it up for Reverend Dr. Connie, who will soon be ordained. Oh, wait, you're not doctor yet, are you?
Not a doctor.
She's not a doctor yet. Reverend Connie, but she will be ordained. Okay, thank you, ladies. Is that it? Did you want to stay and sing or something? Okay, then you can go. That's cool. I love that. Okay, everybody, take a deep breath. What a fun day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating in this. Thank you for being spontaneous and for allowing spontaneity to run this entire service. What I know is that each of us leave here today opened up a little bit wider, giving ourselves the opportunity to see and hear and know and be things maybe we've never even conceived of. So thank you for being here. Thank you online, everyone, for your constant support and for being a part of this center. We're all one. No matter where we are, no matter how far we are connected at all times. So thank you. Have a beautiful day, and so it is. There's one thing I didn't announce at the announcements, which I want to tell you. We are beginning a grief group starting in November. We'll meet once a month over there in the living room, and I will lead it. And it's for people that are still we're dealing with grief, like Amy is right now. But any of the griefs that you've gone through. You know, my daughter was 6 years ago now, and I still deal with grief constantly. A father, a mother, a child, a job, a career, a home, whatever it is that you would like to come and sit with people and not talk about the problems, but actually sit in the feeling, because grief is not a bad thing. It's a healing thing. It's something that takes us to the next place, and it's something we live through, not to get past it, but we live with it. So join us. That will be announced. You'll see when it is. I can't, off the top of my head, I don't remember when it is, but it will be here in the living room. So join us. Okay. Carol, I invite you all to stand. Oh, COD is just you, Diane? Diane Brabant is COD today, and you are in the living room. Oh, Eric, are you COD today? Oh, so where are you? Oh, then you're in the meditation room? Okay, good. Okay, so you've got 2 to choose from. Use them. Okay.
Oh, I feel good. You knew that I would now. I feel good. You knew that I would now. So good, so good, so good. So good. I got you. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice, so nice, so nice. I got you. Dance break. When I hold you in my arms, your love can do me no harm. When I hold you in my arms, yeah, your love can do me no harm. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, oh yeah, like sugar and it's fine. So nice, so nice, so nice. I got you. So good, so good, so good. I got you. So good, so good. I got you. Ow! All right.
Give it up for Carol Haggett.
Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay, everybody, the board meeting starts right after service in the living room. If you're on the board, please join us in the living room within 5 minutes.